Hi Rajesh, how are you?
I'm good, Siddharth. How are you doing?
I'm fine on this beautiful sunny day. It's amazing. We're actually from the same part of South Africa. I never actually knew that. Small world.
It is a very small world, and today all of a sudden, like the weather is just extremely hot. I have no idea why, but I'm loving
Hmm.
the weather.
Yeah. All right. My opening question to you, Rajesh, is can you tell me about your journey of how you became the radio presenter at Megazone Bollywood 104.8 FM?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so when I was in school, I've always had a passion for it. I've always wanted to be in radio. I've always wanted to be on television as well. So as growing up, I was like, okay, you know what? One day I'm going to be on Isidingo, right? So that didn't really
Uh,
work out for me, but I did do a little bit of acting here and there. Like years ago, and then I kind of went into mechanical engineering. So I kind of like drifted away from this passion that I had of becoming a presenter. And then years later, like almost 15 years later, my best friend actually sent through my audition tape to Megazone Bollywood 104.8 FM to the CEO Vishal Maraj. And I was called in for an interview, had a chat with him. And the next thing I know, I am a co host on one of the shows. Coming with no experience whatsoever, I got to showcase my talent. And yeah, the rest is history.
um, you had told me off air about mashup. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I do a show called the Midweek Mashup and the Mashup every single Wednesday and Friday between 6 and 9 p.m. So it's more of a vibey kind of show. I get to speak sometimes to a lot of Bollywood stars as well, Bollywood
Wow.
singers. Yeah, so I've had my fair share of interacting with some of the big stars of Bollywood as well.
All right. I know this is not part of my questions to you, but like,
Mm-hmm.
which Bollywood singers or actors have you spoken to?
Okay, so I have spoken to Neeraj Sridhar, right?
Okay.
Chandana Dixit, the one that sings Husne Hai Suhana. Recently,
Okay.
it was Aaron Mystery. So he's one of the background dancers from Janabi Ali in War 2. So I've got to interview him as well. So
Ah,
it's been, and then all of these soca stars like the likes of Raymond Ramnarayan, Ravi B, Anil Mr. Dunya as well. I've got to had some awesome chats with them as well.
wow. Who are the presenters that you look up to?
Okay, so the presenter that I generally look up to and still today, even though he's much younger than me, is none other than my station manager, Lesha Abdul Raj. So he has come from a different radio station prior to joining Megazone Bollywood. And I used to listen to him on air and I was like, oh my God, this guy, I love his voice. And he is so down to earth and, and I was always like, one day I want to be as cool as this guy is. And only years later, I got to meet him, and we kind of best friends right now. Okay. To me, we're best friends. To him, I'm not too sure, right? But I kind of love the vibe that we have together, and that's the guy that I've always looked up to, and it's so inspirational that I got to meet him and learn from him as well. So every day is a learning experience, and every single day like I listen to him on his show and I try to pick up some vibes of what he actually says and try and incorporate that when I'm on air as well. So I'm like a little kind of try to mimic Lishav Dilraj a bit. I don't have that voice as him. His voice is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, that's a guy that I honestly look up to, and I am so glad to be a part of the journey with him.
What have been your highlights thus far?
Well, being nominated for radio personality at the radio
Hmm.
awards, I think that has been one of the biggest highlights whatsoever, right? So this year I was actually nominated for one of those the radio awards as the best local radio presenter, local radio personality. Yeah, and just being, on air and speaking to, the listeners, engaging with them, just living my dream.
Any lowlights, if any?
Every day is a learning lesson, every single day. So no, not really. I think every single day you learn, you try and incorporate a lot of stuff in what you're doing, and yeah, you know what? Just take each day as it comes.
Okay. All right. I have a question for you in the comments
Mhm.
here. This is from Jitin Rishika. Hi, Rajesh. Thank you for entertaining us. How would you handle a disgruntled listener on radio?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. So I've had my fair share. I think when I first started as well. I think you give them the opportunity to say what they want to say, and you know what? In the line of work that we actually in, you have to respect each other's feelings. And I've never been rude to anybody, but you have to sometimes draw the line at a certain instance, or say to them in a very nice way that I appreciate your feelings and I appreciate your comments, but at the end of the day, this conversation is not going the way that it's supposed to be planned as well. um I've had people that were extremely rude at the beginning. People obviously getting used to somebody like me being on radio. Yeah, so just give each other the space, and I think that just being supportive of them and letting them air their views as well, and not coming across as rude and defensive and fighting the issue, because that actually causes a lot of issues as well.
Yeah, that's true, eh?
Mm.
What's your plans for the rest of this year and beyond?
Well, at the moment, I'm just looking forward to Christmas and for the year ending for 2026. Yeah, and you know what? Just take one day at a time. So I am looking forward to being on leave in December. That's my plan. Spending time with my mom. So I actually don't live with my parents at the moment because of work and being at radio as well. Um, Back home it's like extremely far for me to travel every single day. So I think that time I'm actually going to utilize to go and spend at home. My mom is my life, so just spending the time with her, showing her that I am there within the time that I'm on leave. I think it will mean the world to her as well. So that's my plans. I don't have any other plans apart from just being better than I am today.
Wow. All right. There's another question for you in the comments here, again
Okay.
from Jitin Rishka. In a live broadcast, how would you address a fan?
Okay, in a live broadcast, how would I address a fan? I would obviously, when we speaking live, you have to expect the unexpected. You cannot go with anything that's obviously scripted as well. And if there is a fan that's asking a question, you would have to give like an answer that's politically correct, I'd say. Sometimes, depending on the question that they're asking you as well, sometimes you can choose to answer the question, or sometimes you can say, okay, you know what, I appreciate your question, and maybe not deviate too much from from the response or the actual question that they're asking, but give them an answer that they're looking for as well.
All right. Okay. Before I get to my final question, there is actually one more
Mhm.
from you. Again, it's when a listener asks for a particular song, are you able to play it for them, or is all your songs pre-compiled?
Okay, so my show is not pre-compiled at all, right? So I don't have a script. I don't read from a script at all. That's the joys of being on Megazone Bollywood 104.8 FM. So you go with the flow, right? So that's how we do it. So I have a co-presenter called Loashlan Subia as well, and a lot of times where there is a lot of laughter, there is a lot of giggles that's happening on air as well. It's not scripted at all. It's us being genuine. So even when it comes to songs, sometimes it is my favorite songs that will play on air. We do have sometimes there is a request, so I would say, okay, you know what, this from this time to this time, listeners get to send us your favorite track, and I'll definitely play it on air. Sometimes it is between me and Luashon battling it out on air as well for our favorite tracks. So I don't have a pre-compiled show. I actually go with the flow.
All right,
And
my
you know
final.
what? Yeah,
Mhm.
I generally play as well to that. You know what's trending at the time.
Of course.
So you know what, having stuff that's pre-compiled, added, you know what, brings you to a disadvantage as well, because if a song
Mhm.
actually releases like within that time that you're presenting, you know what, somebody else is going to catch it before you catch it. So you know
Mhm.
what, I just go with the flow.
Of course, that's important. All right, my final question to you is, what are your words of inspiration for upcoming presenters?
I would say don't ever be afraid. So I used to be very, very afraid. See that you would be quite surprised right now that I can tell you that I can have a conversation with you. I can stand in front of people. But years back, I was a type of guy that would be absolutely afraid. I wouldn't be able to even have a conversation like the conversation that I'm having with you right now. I think
Wow.
getting into radio actually brought out a different personality that I did not know that I actually had. I'm being really honest here, and you know what? It actually gave me the platform to realize that I am so confident and I love what I do. So to everybody that's actually afraid of taking that step, trust me. It's the best step that you could ever take. So if you feel that one day you wake up and you want to become a presenter, you want to become a someone that's on TV, go for it. Live your dreams. Life is extremely short to hold back on anything.
All right. All I got to say, thanks so much for your time and hope to catch up with you again in the future.
Yeah, I hope so too. It's been an awesome pleasure, and I am so glad that I got to chat to you today. And you know what, this has been such an awesome journey, and I wish you all of the success in the future as well.
Likewise.